Well, hello there. Welcome once again to Crunchworth's Kitchen. And if this is your first time stopping by, a very warm welcome to you. I hope you enjoy it enough to stay. So today I just came from the grocery store and I've been looking to get overripe bananas for the longest time. The store had overripe bananas on sale and I am craving banana bread. So I have my ingredients right here now and I'm going to be baking some banana bread right away so I can have it for breakfast tomorrow or maybe even tonight. So I hope you like this recipe and I hope you're gonna try it. I love my banana bread with some walnuts and I have some walnuts in here and I'm going to add that to it. So I thank you all for how far you've brought me in this channel. I thank you for all your likes and comments and for sharing the videos. I hope you continue to share. Let's keep Crunchworth's Kitchen growing. So I hope you enjoy this recipe and I hope you try it because that's the main reason for these videos and for this channel, to make, to share my recipes with you and for you to try and get back to me. All right, let's do some baking. So for this recipe, you will need a half cup evaporated milk, half cup butter, which is unsalted butter, and half cup is equal to 1 stick, 3 large overripe bananas, 1 teaspoon pure vanilla extract, 2 cups all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon baking soda, half teaspoon salt, 2 large eggs, and 1 cup granulated sugar. I also have in the back my baking spray, and that is what I will grease my pan with. Start off by combining your dry ingredients. So that was the salt, baking soda. Mix until it's well incorporated and set aside. And now I have washed my bananas and I'm peeling all 3 of them. And right now I'm using my masher to just mash the bananas. You could use a fork. I really don't recommend blending it unless you really want no chunks, then you could blend it, but you could just use a fork if you don't have a masher and you will get good results as well. Now in a separate mixing bowl, combine your sugar and softened butter. And most softened means, of course, it's room temperature, and in baking, your ingredients have to be room temperature. So we are going to mix this and I'm going to whisk until it is light in color. It's not pure yellow as the butter is now, and it will lighten up, and at this point we'll know that we've done a good job in whisking our butter and sugar. And yes, I'm using this whisk instead of my KitchenAid because I want you to have no excuse, absolutely no excuse about making this bread, or most of my baking that I'll be doing, I'll try if I can not to use that KitchenAid, and that is hard because it's a lifesaver. So I'll do well to let the KitchenAid rest and do most of my baking by hand, so far as I'm making a video for you, so you will have no excuse. And at this point, my butter and sugar is well mixed. It is light in color, it is soft. And so I'm adding in my eggs now, and that is 2 eggs, room temperature. And I'm going to mix until it's evenly incorporated. I just love the color of the eggs, so beautiful. And now it is smooth, and it's a good time for me to add in my flour. So I'm going to mix this until smooth. And why I'm still using the whisk at this point, I don't know, but I hope I get sensible enough along the way and change it. So I added in my half cup evaporated milk. And I am mixing it, which is hard because everything is stuck inside that whisk. Okay, I think finally I'm going to change it and use a spatula because it's just too hard to mix. And there we go. Easy, because at this point I shouldn't be whisking, I should just be folding. And that is what I'm doing now. And yes, it's thick, but once you add that banana, it's going to lighten up because the banana is lighter. And so now I've added in my mashed bananas. And I'm going to fold this in until everything is well mixed. And if you love banana bread, you should really try this. And I have a great whole wheat banana bread recipe. I actually tweak my banana bread anyhow, anywhere. I sometimes use pecans. I sometimes make it plain. I sometimes use oat flour. I sometimes just put some oat sprinkles, and it's always good. So hopefully I will try and share all of those with you, and I hope you will enjoy them. So I just folded in my chopped walnuts, and this is totally optional, or you could use any nuts that you fancy. I like walnuts. I could have used pecans because it's one of my favorites too, but I don't have any at home. So walnuts is what I used, and you could make yours with or without any nuts. So now I'm going to spray my baking pan, and you could use butter and flour, but I like the easy way out. So I use the baking spray, and now I am transferring everything into the pan. Give it a little shake so your cake ends up being even. And I am sprinkling on top of it now some chopped walnuts, and that is totally optional as well. You could sprinkle some oatmeal or whatever nuts you have, or just leave it plain. And our batter is ready to go in the oven. So this was preheated at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and that is 175 degrees Celsius, and I baked it for a total of an hour. And after the 1 hour, our cake was good to come out. And of course, I still inserted a toothpick in the middle, and it came out clean. And that is one way for you to know your cake or whatever you're baking, mostly your baked goods. For you to know it's baked, you would do that. And I have transferred it onto a cooling rack. But before I transferred it, I let it sit for like 10 minutes before I did that, because you don't want to burn yourself and you don't want the cake falling apart. So I actually ended up saving this for the next day because I was just too full to have a snack. And so for breakfast, Evie and I cut into our banana bread. And that is when I asked her to video this for me, and she did a good job of mommy slicing. And if you saw the teaser, yes, she thinks I'm a great baker, and she loves the banana bread. And this was really well enjoyed with our Milo. And I really, really hope you give this a try. You will love it. And until I come your way next time with something delicious, be loving, be kind, be happy.